Welcome back, students. In this video, I'm going to show you how to select features by location. So just a quick reminder, we are working with New York City and we have just added in the previous video a new data layer which shows a track data, so a census data for a bigger area. So New York is here, but we have information available for several states. And we don't need this information. We need just smaller information here. So the first thing which we have to do is to select from this big vector file, which is a tracked file, only features located in New York City. For this, we are going to use GIS analysis, which are called select by location. For this, we are going to main panel and we select vector, research tools, and then select by location. Here in the window, dialog window, you have to choose an option, select features from, and here you use you have to select our newly added tracked data. And here we have different options. So we can say how we would like this different two polygons to or two vector files to interact. We will select the default intersect, but in other applications you may want to use a different options. And here we have to select also with which file our file is going to be compared. And in our case, we would like to compare it with the boundary of New York City because we want to have only features, to select only those features from tracts or those tracts that are located within New York City. So after we have specified those settings, we click Run and we can close this dialog window, and here we could use the function zoom to selection. And here you can see that we have selected the tracts located within the New York City. But what you can also see is that since we have selected intersect feature, so also the tracks that are not directly located in New York City have been added. So now what we need to do is deselect, so unselect those tracts that do not fall into the boundaries of New York City. For this, you have to go to here to the option of select features and click on it. And by holding Control key, you have to hold Control key. We start clicking on this tracts that are not located within the limits of the city. You have to click on the control and have to have it always. You have to keep it keep your hand on the control key while you are unselecting the tracks, because otherwise you will unselect all of them. So that's what we don't want. So of course this is not the one and the only option how to do it, but maybe this option is the easiest one. So we could do it this way. Another option would be to actually clip our track layer here by another option to unselect those tracts that do not fall within our borders of the city would be to clip our tract layer by the boundary layer. But this is an alternative. There is always in GIS alternative ways how to perform analysis to achieve the same goal. Okay, so this is the result. We have selected all the tracts within New York City. But now what we would like to do, we would like to save this selection as a new shape files, because we don't want to work with a whole file which contain other tracts that are not of interest to us, but only with these features here within the city. For this, you have to right-click on tract layer and choose option export and save selected features as. Save selected features as. Here, you have to fill in some fields in this new dialog window. Format should be as shapefile. File name, you have to navigate to the folder where you work. This is important, so you have to navigate to the folder. Let me just do it for me. Okay, and give the name of for this file. Again, I should emphasize that you have to take care and not to have spaces in your files names, because it's important. Yeah, so you should not have spaces in the file names, and the rest basically should be kept the same. Automatically, the coordinate reference system would be the same as a native file. So here, if you are basically agree with this, you don't need another one, you could use the default one, and for us it's fine, and we click OK. So, and while executing this command, you can see that a new file has been added to our canvas. So now we have all the streets, but only located within New York City boundaries. So if I just activate boundaries of the city, this is nicely can be seen now in our project. So this is the result of our analysis, and your results should look the same.